Hi, I'm Mike Thompson. The bathroom renovation's coming along quite well. The next thing to do is install a toilet. This toilet, in fact. I'm not going to install it twice, so let me back up and show you how I got to here. Now, if you need to switch out the entire valve and hose, you'll need to turn the water off to your house. Of course, have a drip pan ready to catch any drips. I put this temporary valve on at the beginning of the project because I had to switch my hose out. But now I'm going to take this off and put the real one on. Put this little cover plate on first, and then with this shark bite connector, it just slips right on there. And this has a 12-inch hose and valve built in. And let's test it after the water's back on, and that looks pretty good. Put that on like so. Okay, excellent. Next thing. So now we want to clean the toilet flange here as best we can. I've got the majority of it all leveled off. And these bolts go in these little slots like so, and then these little washers slip down on there to hold them straight up and down because toilet bolts love to move. So you fish them in these slots and twist them like so and fix them like that. And perfect. Okay? Now on the bottom of the toilet here, we put this wax ring and this little black rubber gasket. Nope, give it. And we push the wax ring down tight so that it obviously makes a nice seal and doesn't fall off when we go to flip the toilet over. All right, just like that. Okay? And of course, this is going to channel anything that comes from the toilet down nicely into the sewer pipe. Now this you got to be careful with. I'm dropping it straight down over those bolts best I can, not moving it side to side because I don't want to dislodge the wax ring. Just like so. And then press it down. I give it just a tiny little press here. Oh, not straight. Try not to move it much and then press down. Oh, looks like I got a grout. Just a bit more down there. And then put down the little cap retention washer, an actual washer, and then this nut. Then on the bottom of the tank here, Alex is putting this foam gasket that's going to make a seal between the tank and the back of the toilet bowl. Just like so. Mashing that all the way down, and then this sits on there just like so. Now this toilet tank only has 2 bolts. A lot of the ones I've seen in the past, like the one I just removed, had 3. This one only has 2. You put this little foam gasket on there, and then you stick it down through that hole there, and then same thing on the other side. And it just drops through. I wish they would have Phillips on these, but they don't. So they got big flat heads, and you put the washer on the bottom and then tighten this nut. Now, you alternately tighten the nuts here, the instructions said, because you obviously don't want it to become too askew. So you can see here I tighten one side, then the other. Then your assistant can get back there and retighten the hose to the bottom of the tank. You may have to use a wrench, but hand tight is usually sufficient. And the water comes back in, nothing leaks. How about that? Okay. All right, are we ready for first flush? All right, flush it. Any leaks on the floor? That's probably a big thumbs up. I think he's pretty proud of himself. And then now to install the seat, we flip up these little covers here, and then we figure out where we want it. It can go front or back quite a ways, but they included these little washers here that help you position the bolts. This one here in the middle, or this one here that can flip front to back. So you have basically 3 choices: middle, front, or back. I want my seat forward here because that lines up best, so I use this washer with the hole in the back, place this little gasket underneath, just to help it make a nice little seal and keep it quieter, I suppose. And then drop this plastic bolt down through the holes on both sides. Let me get it aligned here last little bit before I tighten these nuts. Just like so. Now these here can just be hand tight. You don't want to over tighten them, they're just plastic. And then pop these little caps back down. And the lid goes on just like so. We interrupt this program for official testing. So that's how you install a toilet. If you want to know just how to replace the innards of the tank, I have a video on that, so you can check out that as well. But you can see it wasn't really all that difficult. It's something you can definitely do yourself. Just don't be afraid to try. Go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already. I'm Mike Thompson. That's Alex. And thanks for watching. We really appreciate it.